I was muted. Good morning. For some of it, look at that hair sticking straight out from my head. Now, where are you? I can't see you in this. There. That's better, sort of. It's going to stand back up, I can tell. Anyway, good morning. For some of us, it's still morning. For some of you, it's already in the afternoon. So I'm in Central Time area here, so it's 11:30-ish here. I don't know the exact time unless I go look. But welcome. I'm happy to have you here. I have got my good morning cup here. You know I'm a double-fisted drinker, so I've also got my water. I've been working on this bottle of water, trying to stay hydrated. It's a daily battle, but I'm getting it done. My temperature doesn't even say what the temperature is, so I'll have to look it up. We're supposed to have 10 to 18 inches of snow tomorrow, which is my birthday. And it is 22 right now. We're in a winter storm warning. It says it's snowing somewhere, but it isn't snowing right here at my house, not yet. So our high for the day is 26. So it's 22 right now. We've either already had our high. I don't know because I didn't pay attention. The light's catching this weird. It doesn't even look like that is there, but it is. It is. So we've only got 4 degrees to play with. Our low tonight's 20. Then we're not going to see above 20 for a week. Our lows are going to be terrible. This is the low without the wind chill. It's going to be 14, 7, 8, 9. That's higher than what they had forecast previously. With the wind chills, it's going to be below 0. And Yankees. That's all I'll say about that. Yankees. Doug is still at work, but on his lunch hour, he went shopping. And one of the things I had him get were a couple of more of those furry fleece blankets for the dogs and the cats. They love those blankets, and I can't blame them. I do too. So to know which ones are only mine have purple on them. All the others are fair game for whoever wants them, whether it's a person, it's a cat, or a dog. But mine are purple. I have 2 of them. I have to remind people of that once in a while. That's purple. That means it's mine. All mine. I see Lily. Good morning. Good morning to you. Thanks for being here. The Bud Files. Good morning. Thanks for being here. I am still working on my Granny Square, modified Granny Square collection, and I'm going to put them together to make a sweater. I don't quite have enough yet, but that's what I'm going to be working on today. So if you're working on a project of any kind, let us know in the comments. I didn't turn my other lamp on. Let us know in the comments what you're working on, as well as what your plans are for the day. My plan for the day is I'm going to stay in as much as possible. The dogs do have to go outside once in a while, but I'm going to stay inside as much as possible. And I'm going to find my snow boots because I didn't do that yesterday. So I need to find my snow boots. And if the snow, it really is going to be that deep, I need my Mudders, which are my knee-high rubber boots, right? For rain boots or mud boots. When you're working on the farm, that's what you wear so you don't get your shoes all yucky. They keep you nice and warm as well as dry. So we call them mudders. Mudders. So I'll have to find both my snow boots for shallow snow and then my mudders if it's going to be that deep. I don't want it going in to my boots. That's no fun. Woo, that forecast, I'm just going to clear that screen. I don't even want to see it. Don't even want to see it. Do y'all remember there was a little bit, let me go get it and let me show you. So I'll be right back. I'm going to get this and show you. Doug's going to see if there's any more. If there is, he's going to grab one. Hello, good morning, Sandra. Hawkins Family Adventure. Let me put this up here. And I'll be right back. Just going to go grab that. All righty, I'm going to mute myself first so I don't forget. And then I'll take this off. So for YouTube purposes, I'm going to say this is not an endorsement and I am not sponsored. I am simply showing my audience what I bought. Which is, do y'all remember when this was the big rage? Making cake in a mug. I haven't done it for years. I actually hadn't even thought about it. But Doug found these cups, and inside it says, here's another one. There's another one. Inside it says, Minute Mug Cake Mix included. 1 package of chocolate cake mix. This one has some chocolate chips. And all you need is 2 tablespoons of butter, melted, and 2 tablespoons of milk. So he's got this one with the Reese's chips in it, the peanut butter chips in it, and then he's got this one with the chocolate chips in it. So I used to keep a mix made all the time and just put it in the cupboard. You can do it yourself with a cake mix, the flavor of your choice. I don't remember exactly what I did to it. It seems like I did add something to it. Put that on silent. It seems like I did add something to it. I don't know. I'm going to have to Google it and find it again. And I'm just going to make some cake mix to keep up there. And the idea is just like having one piece of cake. You make it in your mug. You eat it. You're done. And it's neat and you can have it at your desk. It's easy to hold and quick, and you don't have to make a whole cake. At some people's houses, it's unheard of here, but at some people's houses, if they make a cake, some of it goes bad before they get it eaten. And this solves that problem. Or if you're like me and you should only have 1 piece and not the 2 or 3 that you go back for, then this solves that problem because you're only making 1 piece of cake at a time. And so I'm going to investigate that and later today after this live and see what it is that I needed to add to it. And I just kept it in either a little Tupperware bowl or in a butter dish marked cake or whatever. We do reuse butter dishes here, so you never know. And it seems like it was just like 3 or 4 spoons of cake mix, and then your butter and your, it seems like we added water. They're saying add milk, but it seems like it was water, like 2 tablespoons of water or something like that. You stir it up, you put it in the microwave. So we'll investigate that again, because that will be fun to have on hand again. I'm having Vermont maple and ginger tea, and it's so good. So good. I'm going to turn this lamp on. Hold on just a minute. It's a 3-stage lamp. Did you see all 3 of those stages? Click, click, click. Brighter, brighter, even brighter. There, that feels better. I'll be able to see what I'm working on as well. Let's see. Sandra's going to do her live in the evening tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Let's see here. All right. Well, I think I'm ready to get to work. I hadn't worked on granny squares for a while. Last time at my live I did, and I used the wrong size hook. And so I had to tear out 2 of those granny squares and redo them. That's what I did in my last live, was I remade those 2 squares that I had ripped out. So now I remember it's a G hook, plus I wrote it down. I wrote it down. Let's see. I have this yarn is my current yarn I'm using. And there's my hook and my granny square I'm using. I got one more row to do here. Let's take this off. This is just in the way. What pattern is on there? Oh, there's a little hat pattern, but I've got hat patterns, so I'm not going to keep that. Y'all always look up to see what the free pattern is. You can also, sometimes for a long time, it'll be the same pattern. So when that happens, or if there's something in particular you're looking for, you can go to redheart.com, and they have a collection of their free patterns there. At least they used to. I haven't looked there in a long time. Was it tell us to look there, or did I just do that on my own? I think I was just curious one day. It looks like it says Coates and Clark on here now. So it might be coatesandclark.com. I'm not sure. You can just Google Red Heart free patterns. There you go. Plus any more. There's free patterns everywhere. I pay for a lot of my patterns, or I buy pattern books. This is a book that was gifted to me from Debbie F. All kinds of granny squares and patterns. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try some of these modified granny squares. Let's see. I need my paper. Keep track of my rows, because I get irritated if I have to keep counting my rows. Anybody else there with me? You get irritated if you have to keep counting rows? I do. Might not be a nice thing to say, but it's the truth. It is the truth. I don't like to keep counting my rows. Let's see. Here we go. And here's where I keep track of where I am. There's 6 rows in one of these. This was not the last paper I used, but I know I got one more row to go. So here's my sample, so I know what I'm doing, what I'm supposed to be making. If I get confused, I can just look at that and go, oh yeah. I like those oh yeah moments better than the oh no, what am I going to do? I got to move that if I'm going to lower my camera. These are Buddy's diapers. I'm not supposed to show brand names, so I'll move that and I'll move that. Okay. You can see the mandolin. It's okay. I keep that mandolin right there because I grab it and practice at various times of the day. Yes, that's right. Okay. And here. All right, I'm back on track here. There's Christina at Dyson's Crazy Adventures. Thanks for being here, and I hope you're feeling better. I am finally starting to feel human again. That's what I keep telling my son. I'm human again. It's like, Mom. When you're sick for a long time and then you feel better, that is how you feel. It is. Okay, am I doing 2 and a turn, or am I doing 3? One, 2, doing 2. Okay. That is why I keep my sample up there, because every pattern is just a little bit different, right? And this way, I keep on track. Now, I haven't worked on these since last week's live, so it's going to take me a minute to get reacclimated on counting and all that, because I do have to count my stitches on this one. Not this row. I'm doing the edge on this row, so. But the rest of those little rows, I have to count. I don't mind counting. I prefer easy counting. Short numbers like 5, 7. You get longer than that, and I can lose my place if I'm also talking. Anybody else? Anybody else? I think I'm also going to put some music on. Quick, Ava, knock on wood because you're feeling better. Yes, I did. 10 more minutes to go, and Christina is off. Awesome. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, music. So we just listened to that one, so we'll listen to this one. Turn it down. To about right there. All right. Oh, no, now Lily says she's not feeling the greatest today. One of these days, we're all going to show up to a live and we're all going to feel absolutely great. It could happen. But this time of year, it's tough because those of us with anything arthritis related or joint related, we hurt because of the cold and we move slow because of the cold. We might even be a little grumpy because of the cold and hurting. Just throwing that out there. I've been accused of that, but I don't think I'm grumpy right now. I am feeling the cold this morning, but not bad. I did not adjust the furnace last night. I was actually going to turn it down a couple of degrees, but didn't. So we'll just see. If other people in the house say they're hot, I'll make an adjustment. I decided to just leave it where it is. Somebody said something. I have cleaned puppy crates this morning. I've given puppy baths this morning. We had about an hour of playtime, and then it was time to go live. So they're in their crates right now. They're happy as can be. They're sleeping in their fleece blankets. But he's behind me. You can hear him snoring once in a while. He's here in my chair. He had dry skin. Did any of you ever put lotion on your dogs or balm of any kind? But he was scratching. So I checked him, first of all, to see if he had a rash or an irritated spot from his harness, because he sleeps in his harness, because we went back to our full bed setup, and that means our mattress is high off the ground. So he actually wears his harness and leash to bed at night, and we attach him to the headboard so that he can't fall off and hurt himself. And so I took his harness off, made sure it wasn't an irritation from that, and it wasn't. So I just lotioned him right up, and he hasn't been scratching. So, I mean, I get dry skin in the winter, so it makes sense to me that he might. I don't know. But it solved the problem, so I'll do it again if I need to. Now, when it comes to puppy baths, Stevie can't get out of the bathtub. Mojo has been big enough to jump out of the bathtub now for like 2 weeks. And that makes bath time a little more exciting. I'm going to have to start putting his leash on and attaching his leash to the bar on the wall there in the tub, so that he can't just get out and run around and make a mess. It's nothing like cleaning up after a totally sopping wet dog that jumps out of the bathtub and gets everything soaked, right? Leaving a puddle everywhere they've stepped because they're soaking wet. That's in his future. I don't know what he'll think about it, but he'll get used to it. So I have to do things like aerobatics, because if I need to adjust the water, I have to hold my leg up there. So it's like he can't jump out of the tub. Oh my gosh. If you could see me during dog bath time, you would be rolling on the floor laughing, because it's hilarious. All right, there's that one all done. I always just make sure they match up in size. So I'm going to be sewing these little babies together. And we're good. Here's my scissors. Now, come on, where's my scissors? I know those orange handle ones are right there, but I've got little crafting scissors, little sewing scissors. That's what I'm actually looking for, that I don't see right now. So I guess the orange-handled ones will be what I use. Oh, wrong direction. There they are. Okay. I disturbed Buddy. He's like... He's such a good boy. Got lots of kisses this morning. Sometimes he's kissy in the morning, and other times he's like, I'm up, what more do you want? And I totally get that, because I'm the same way. Some mornings I get up and I'm just chippy chirpy, and other mornings it's like, don't talk to me, I'm just going to sit here for a minute. There we go. Oh my goodness. All right. Now I'm going to have to look at my pattern. This is out of the way. My Let's change our music to the next one. There we go. Back over here. Nightbot reminding us that we are amazing. You are amazing. Lily says, arthritis in my back hurts worse when it's cold. Mine too. I have arthritis well, lupus is a form of arthritis. And when it gets in my spine, it is absolutely miserable. Right now, it's my hands and my knees that I'm kind of feeling the cold this morning. Pippi's laying on the rug in front of the door. Oh, so she's decided to lay on it rather than drag it around and try to play with it. That's good. Sandra. Sandra needs to raise some money so I can have a spot on Copper's side tested for cancer. Oh my gosh. A lot of times, now I had one dog that he did have cancer. And then I've had several others who had lumps that they just took them off and it wasn't cancer at all. So we'll pray that's what it is, because that's easily fixed, easily taken care of. Christina is off work. Dyson's Crazy Adventure. Woo, I'm off work. I know that feeling. Yeah. There. There's something in my teeth. He's not there now. I knock all kinds of stuff off into my tea because here's my desk here, and my tea sits down a level here on a pull-out piece. So, yeah. Okay, well, how many? I think I chained 6. Yes, chain 6. At least I remember that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Then I'm on round 1. Let's write that down. 2, 3. Okay, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And then, okay. God. Just work our way around here. So because it's supposed to be down in the teens and 1-digit numbers, temperature-wise, plus the blizzard tomorrow, Doug and his dad and brother, they cut wood yesterday. So Doug wasn't at our Friday Night Live. It was just me, but they got a lot of wood cut, and they're feeling really good about what they got done. So that'll be, everybody will feel better because the farmhouse is wood heat, so you gotta have it. I'm almost done with round 1. Coming right up to round 2. Oops. I love it when your hook comes out of your yarn. It's like, oopsie. All right. Row 2. So I'll put this one on the top so I don't have to keep flipping it to look at it. Stagger them. I can see both at the same time. Okay. Turn. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Got it. Sometimes I have to read the directions, then I have to also look at what I did. This single crochet? Yes, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is hard to see, so this is where I use my stitch marker. Let's grab it. Here it is. It's a little in green. My fingernails are clean. They appear to be. Put my stitch marker in so I don't have to guess. Let's put it right there. Okay. Just have to remember to keep my stitches nice and loose so they're workable. And 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Loose stitches. I have to keep reminding myself of that. 2. Oh, I hear Mom. 3, 4. You ready for a cup of tea?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. And get my stitch marker. You see, it looks like there's more space there and I need to make more stitches, but there really is not. I just, once I connect it, it's smooth as can be. That's why I use a stitch marker in that one spot. Because then I would have messed up my count. See, once I join it, it's fine. But if I just go by eyeballing it, I end up with too many stitches. All right, so we're ready for row 3. Get Mom a cup of tea, and I'll be right back. We both have hot tea in the mornings. It's already made. I just got to pour it, and I will be right back. I'm going to put this in the chat, and I'll just say making tea. Be right back in case somebody comes in. All right. So I'll be right back. I'm back. All right. Let's see here. There's ING. Thanks for being here. Christina has 2 blankets going right now. I always have multiple things going on. Lily says I can only do one at a time. So she says my gnome is almost done, but I am doing a temperature blanket for 2025. So it's going to take me all year to do. Aw, Lily says my husband brought me home roses this morning. How sweet. So Christina, you've about got me to do a temperature blanket this year. I've been looking at them and can't plan my colors because locally here in town, you don't know what's available till you get there. And it depends on if they're waiting on a shipment or not. So it would involve going to Illinois, to Hobby Lobby. They usually are pretty well stocked. And if not, they'll order what you need. If there's not enough. But yeah, so I've been looking at other people's and their color choices and how well they blend together, and that's where I'm at. Is like, oh my gosh, what colors do I even use? So I think that's what I'm gonna do, and just try to plan my colors really well. I think that's what I'm gonna ask for my birthday is yarn for a temperature blanket. Okay. She says you can order on Amazon too. All right. That there, and get back to my square. It's looking bigger. It takes me 1 hour to make one of these. Row 3. Okay, so chain 1. 1. I need my pen. Stitch marker. All right. Look at this. Okay. Read it one more time. And then it's 5. So the number for this row is 5. I'll be counting to 5. Okay. And the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, one. 1, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oops. 4. And joint. I love that little stitch marker. And it's my favorite color. Whoop, whoop. I have a whole box of them in multiple colors. Uh-oh, something turned out wonky. Something didn't turn out right. I counted wrong somewhere. Okay, so here's, that was my joint. There. Try it again. When it doesn't turn out right, just do it again. Okay. And stitch marker. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. That looks better. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you may be saying, how can your stitch count get off if you're only counting to 5? Well, apparently it can happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's already made my first one, so just join it there. Let's see how it turned out this time. Oh, that's better. Okay, that works. All right, there we go. We're ready for 4. I need some tea. Tea. A big old glass of tea this morning. This isn't my biggest coffee cup, but it is a big one. I also use that for soup cups sometimes too. Anyone else have their soup in a mug instead of a bowl? As a rule, I don't put crackers. General rule, I don't usually put crackers. I do sometimes. So if I wanted crackers, I'd have to have a bowl, but this usually works just fine for me. Christina has had a pot and a half of coffee this morning. You must have been at it bright and early. Uh-oh, no more ham bones for Pippi. She's stinky. No. Christina says, sent you a picture of my colors. So I've been thinking about my colors. And I am going to go with shades of blues, shades of purples. And then for my coldest, I'm going to anything below 0. I don't know if I'm going to cut it off just at below 0 or if I'm going to say 10 below and more, because here we have those kind of temperatures here. So I don't know whether to include those or not. My very coldest temperature, I'm going to have white. And I think I'm going to go with black for my row between the months. That would be pretty easy to see. I'm just going to decide what oranges and yellows I'm going to use for the hot temperatures. I haven't decided yet. Let's see. You sent me a picture. It's probably here. Oh, nice. Nice. So there's hers. I like that. So you went with blues too. I think the blues are really pretty in the blankets. But I think I'm looking forward to it. The thing about it is, it'll be a stash of yarn I have to keep in a tote somewhere. Because my crafting project drawer is full. And I'm going to have to move over here and make this side the big bottom drawer. What it is, it's like a file cabinet drawer. It's the bottom drawer of my desk. So I've got a center drawer that's just shallow that I keep my iPads in there. The computer is in here that I'm going to go see if I can get fixed. And odds and ends. Then I have a drawer that's still a short drawer that's for like paper clips and stuff. I have my pull-out drawer for setting. It's like for a typewriter or for writing. You can turn this way and do your writing. And then I have another drawer that's a little bit deeper. And then a big file drawer down at the bottom. So it's the same on both sides. And so I may have to move over there, but I already have something I use that drawer for, so I don't know. I have to figure it out. Anne loves to crochet. Good morning. Well, I guess it's after morning now. Here it's 12:28. Thanks for being here. Lily says the 3 colors I'm using for my toddler blanket are pink for the girl and then mom and dad's colors. Nice. Oh, okay. What's this? There we go. Okay. I changed screens and that popped up. There's Rose. Rose Kind is here. Really cold. I would have dark purple. Yeah, I love the purples and I love the blues. I love the different shades of the purples. I love the different shades of the blues. So many choices. So many choices, right? I think I'm going to make a pot of coffee right after this live. I'm going to drink a cup, but Doug will be home in about an hour. And then he'll have coffee in his thermos as well. So, yeah, so I'm going to Google that. Cake in a cup in a mug recipe. Oh, they actually sell little mixes now that you can buy that you just are for pouring into your cup. Let's see. I don't want flour and homemade. I want a cake mix. Okay, so let's cake mix cake. In a mug, microwave. I'm looking this up. Y'all wonder what I'm doing. I'm looking this up. Okay. Okay, here's the cake mix, nug cake. Cooks up in minutes and satisfies your sweet tooth craving. Well, you can tell me how to make it or not. I want to click on 14 things. Okay. So it's water and oil. You can add stuff into it, sprinkles, coconut, chopped nuts, candy bar pieces, chocolate chips. So you spray spray your coffee mug with nonstick spray. It cooks in the microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And you can eat it that way, or you can put frosting on it. You know, nowhere does it tell me how much to put in my cup. How rude. How rude. Well, I'll save that. We'll put that in recipes as cake in a mug. And I'll put that a little bit later. And report my findings on the next live. So that means my next live is Monday morning live. So I may be having coffee and cake in a mug. I don't know. We'll see what I find out. Okay. Well, that's interesting. And, but did y'all hear me say now they sell the cake in a mug mixes? Literally the mixes in a box where you get a packet out and pour it in. It was probably be cheaper just to use a cake mix and measure it yourself. I don't know. I'll investigate that because I didn't know that was an option. Huh. Oh no, the cough is here today with the holiday bug. Oh, Rose, I'm so sorry. I am just getting over that stuff. I'm still coughing once in a while. But what I'm fighting right now is fatigue. If I take my glasses off, you can see my eyes. My eyes always tell the story of how do I feel. And that's what Doug does every day. He looks in my eyes and I just look tired and exhausted. And that's the fatigue that I'm dealing with. Trying to find some energy somewhere. And it should get better soon. So I hope you're better soon. Caramel always burns my mugs. I've never tried the caramel in the mug, although I do love caramel. What I really love is vanilla ice cream with caramel topping. That sounds good. It does, it does, it does. Let's see here. Sandra says, love y'all. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. And you too. You too. I saw your short with Copper. It was so good. He's such a pretty boy. Okay, y'all. It is that time. I didn't get my whole thing done because I did a lot of talking, and then the cake research, cake in a mug research. And so we're going to try these. These came with the mix to use in the cup. These did. And then we'll investigate. We'll see if they've got the little mixes at the store. Or I'll look online, see how much they are versus mixing my own. I just imagine it's cheaper to mix your own, but that isn't always the case anymore. It is not always cheaper to make your own stuff. So, whichever way is cheaper will be the way I go. But I'd totally forgotten about that. Totally forgotten about that. How handy would that be? Very. I can't wait because tomorrow's my birthday, and for my birthday every year, Doug makes me my favorite cake, which is chocolate cake with chocolate icing. Double dose of chocolate, yes. And if there's ice cream with it, I always want vanilla. I like that contrast of the vanilla and the chocolate together. So tomorrow I'll be staying home, wrapped in a fleece blanket, watching movies, eating chocolate cake with chocolate icing, drinking milk. You gotta have a cup of milk with that. And drinking hot tea and enjoying my day while we watch the blizzard outside. So it'll be interesting to see. Now they're saying the snow's going to start tonight and go all day Saturday. All day Sunday, all night Sunday night into Monday morning. Now, I don't know what time that cutoff will end up being, but it's an adventure. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Lily. Yes, I hope everyone who is not feeling well is working on getting well. They're on the road to the recovery, and it's rough. This bug is no joke. And then to me, I just had it twice in a row. I had one day where I was feeling not well. I was feeling better. And boom. So that it was harder on me the second time for sure. But I'm happy to be almost well. I'm just waiting on some energy. So Monday morning, I look forward to having coffee and mug and a cake. Cake and a mug. Mug and a cake. No, cake in a mug. I can say it. Cake. Here's why it's messing me up. It says mug cake on here. Cake in a mug. Dang it. I'm going to have coffee and cake in a mug. Monday morning. And I think I'm going to go with strawberry cake for my cake in a mug, maybe. Oh, I don't know if I'll have cake mix by then. We're going to be snowed in. Well, the next live that I have that I'm able to go to the grocery store beforehand, I will have cake in a mug and share how I decided to go about making it. All right. Keep crafting, everybody. Keep happy. Remember to share some kindness with those in the world around you. Sometimes your kindness or your smile is the only kindness they have in their day, and it can really make a difference. If you are struggling, please remember that we all struggle from time to time. You're never alone when you're struggling, and know that we can do hard things when we have to and get through. We can make it. So thanks for being here. I'll see you very soon. Love y'all.